ready to sympathize with you to make you progress, and you're not ready to drown yourself whilst others move on, unless we all come on a plain level field to agree on one thing. And it never happens that way. Something always draws us apart. It doesn't bring us together. And so the fact that we are always going apart and growing apart and separating and spreading over and growing apart, then that is one reason why you can't afford to allow yourself to sort of not take advantage of anything that comes your way that can bring you progression or can make you move on or can benefit you. And others go to the extreme to do some horrible ritual things. But this is a situation where the luck just comes to you. That's what I'm trying to say here. It's like I didn't call for it, I didn't ask for it. At the beginning, before 2000, between 1999 all the way and before even that, I had my own faults and all that. But when I came in and I was in the UK, things were positive and was, okay, and was, very progressive. And after 2003 and all that, it became all weird, everything the clock turned back, and it's like moving anti-clockwise, and I realized that something wasn't right. But the experience is the only reason I could give to all this. It's not because mentally I'm going backwards, not because mentally I don't want to go positive, no. But even if mentally, with my strong mental focus upbringing, I decide to go forward, or I even go forward, or I do whatever, it does not succeed. It does not work out as planned. It's like the plan isn't working as you want it to be. Like before, whereby you give it a talk, you give it a go, and there, boom, it's there, it happens, it works. But that is not what was happening. It's like an omen, a bad omen, that kind of sense, that kind of thing. And so, if anybody blames me for not taking or a line or some sort of a way that most are doing, they might blame themselves, because they didn't go the experience I went through. They have their own life. Everything has run smooth for them. And lo and behold, they can go wherever way they want to go. But they cannot tell me, an outsider cannot tell me to reverse my decision if I know that my steps are different from his steps and my experiences are different from his experiences. It will be stupid for me to follow that kind of advice, because the end of it, I don't know what might happen. So I'm taking all those grounds and I'm moving on gradually to realize that I don't need any advice from any second place. It is the chance that has come to me, that experience has backed my reason and has been the strong basis that I can hold on to. If I stupidly take another decision, contrary to what I'm supposed to, then I have myself to blame. Now, that does not relate to anybody else, or you listening thinking that, that means something is in the UK, or something is in Ghana, or something is in America, and something is in the world, and something is doing that. That something probably, as I say, has been there for all this time, and when it was happening to me, it didn't happen to you. So there's no need to relate that is my experience to yours. Neither do I relate yours to mine. I'm sure you heard me that I was explaining that somehow I will not let the second person bring his counseling to override my judgment or my decisions. So also vice versa. I don't think you should also let my advice or my counseling or my sharing change you vice versa. In this actual respect, in this regard, in this sort of discussion I'm having, this is the personal that I'm sharing with you, which has no relevance to that. It's something I want you to know and be aware that it's possible. But if you go through it, then you can make your own decisions. But if you haven't, there's no need to take yourself that level. But with any other videos of which we go on to the line of trying to talk about ways to progress, ways to achieve a peaceful life, then it's a counseling. It's you can take it any form, but that one, it does require for you to listen and see if you can relate to something or remember something that you probably have put along the way, if not really taken serious, but consider it, because I'll bring some suggestions to make it valid, to see if it really will make sense to you. But that is not that video. Yes, this is the video with a different approach, a different storyline, something to tell you what has happened, and sharing with you with my experience, and that's all there is to it. So if you see this video, the title will suggest for it what it should be. So I'm sure you can look out for that title also. But basically, it is something that I wanted to sort of share, to tell others, look out for these things. I'm not going to wait for that thing to repeat itself to people or repeat itself to me or any other. So it becomes necessary for me to do this video. So coming back to it, I'm in a situation where I'm in between. Okay, now if I had to become part of a society and I realize that society rejects me, spiritually, then I have to think it through. Not because I'm a witch or wizard, or let's say I'm a wizard, a man should be a wizard, I'm a wizard joining in the other hands with a wizard. No. I don't know anything of that nature. Neither do I have any experience of being that kind of a wizard or anything of that nature, joining with anything. No. In fact, if that was the case, maybe it would have been easy for me. But that is not the case. Now, it is just a normal spiritual thing. Let's say religiously. I thought of it from back before I ever came into the country, that my chance of being here would be a great opportunity to become a true Christian or a true believer of what I always want to be. Because the privileges that are there that people overlook in this place, I will not overlook it. But what happened to me gave me the second thoughts, gave me the creep to realize that no, whatever I have to reverse my decisions, and I have reversed my decisions, But I have to still hang on to my life, because this is what I've got. If, let's say, you fall into the sea that we see, this huge sea, from a ship, you fell into the sea, and the ship draws far away from you, and all around you are whales or sharks or whatever it is, what else can you do? That's the situation, that's the scenario. I'm just drawing it, a picture for you to get it. If you have a little boat, and you can walk into that boat, you get into that boat, you stay in that boat, but you cannot move out of the place where the sharks are. You'll have to stay there. You will be there. If that's what it requires to keep you safe, you do so. But you will not have the intention of jumping into the water, trying to test if the sharks will sort of eat you up. That would be a good idea too, if you would like to do that. That's just joke. It's a joke. I don't think nobody would want to do that, to just jump into that river there and then try his faith to see if the sharks will eat you up or not. That would be a very bad decision. That is something I'm trying to say here. Now, whatever the Europe is, whatever stories I know of Europe, or whatever the Bible religious understanding I have of Europe, people already criticize it, that it's going to unify and bring about the Antichrist, and that brought a fear onto so many people. So I also have that understanding and all that. But that is not what I relate it to now, whether Antichrist or not. I am relating to the personal experience I went through, something to do with the spirit, an invisible state of what threat or evil, sinistrous thing, which I can't really evidently show, but my experience is personal to me and has made me reverse decisions of previously the love and the understanding and the hope and the sort of confidence, and that whatever it is, whatever it is that builds one's momentum to do something, is all shut down again, even though I know that I still am what I am. But there is something else that limits me in so many things. The things that I do at ease, I can do them at ease. Even if I do them, I still have obstacles and confusion standing in the way and making me doing it wrong. And even if I do it wrong, it's strange, because it's like, but I did it. It's like you doing something right. The next minute you putting your hand on it and doing it again, and then it all becomes messy. It all becomes something else. That's how it happens. It happens where I can't even control it. But I've also had certain experiences before, way before